Welcome back to Aether Eternius, Dark Side of the Foundry. Last time we left off, quite a few things wound up happening. To start off, Various wound up finally having his confrontation with his sister, which ended about as well as you thought would have. It got violent, but eventually the group wound up catching wind that Various snuck away from them and was able to stop his sister from killing him. But the group eventually realized that there was something wrong with her. Normally, when an outsider dies in the plains, their soul is kind of brought to bear and they eventually reform into a primordial if they're not resurrected. She had none, it was gone. And through some clever use of Speak with the Dead, they were able to get some information, though it's hard to say if it was truthful or not. Eventually, the group returned home and kind of began to debate on what to do next. Eventually, that did lead them to find Amadeus, which would then lead them to the core, where they announced that they would be allying with them, essentially. With that done, they were all given bracelets that would allow them to find entrances into the core's chamber all throughout the plains.
Races that look like they were made by kids.
I
Oh
mean,
wait,
considering what the core looks like,
Yeah, it's true. It makes sense.
just
it
saying.
makes
Caution
sense.
with my attire.
It's fine. Hide it under one of your long, poofy sleeves. How dare?
How do I sound?
Oh, fine.
Ia says that I sound a little robotic.
You were
No,
a
you're
little
a little
robotic for a
robotic
little
on
while, but I think you're fine now.
Hmm.
on
One
my end.
second.
You're a little robotic.
I hear you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening?
Canadian internet.
Discord?
Canadian internet. Woo!
Can maybe jump out and in again.
Go Canadiana.
Which server is AE's Discord linked off of?
Testing, testing, one, two, three.
Still a little roboty, not
Yeah,
horrible, but
it's going up and down for me. I don't know what's going on.
Which
Mm.
server is Aether Eternius based off of? West Coast or East Coast?
Let me check.
Because I can check on if there's any.
Oh, maybe that might be
Yeah.
doing something there. Yeah.
Da, da, da. Server settings. I need to find out where I can find that. Where is it at?
Oh no, now you're sounding like the Grudge.
No, that's just me.
Yeah, no.
I can't tell where to put that at. Let's see. Hmm.
do you know Chippy?
What?
Yep. Let me just go into mine here. The little drop down.
Okay.
I think it's not the profile. Where are you?
No.
Server settings. You scroll down. No. There's somewhere in here. I just gotta figure it out. Give me 2 minutes.
No, he's here.
Apologies for the technical difficulties.
Sheldon, no, you can't have my
It
food.
happens.
It's mummy's. You can't have it. It's my food. No.
I can't find it.
Some of the
No.
voice, isn't it?
What are you looking for?
To change it from West Coast to East Coast to see if the server's causing the issue.
I am on the West Coast though.
I know, but
You can do that.
yeah, it's what we're doing when the East Coast was having an issue. We just popped Kamakadi over to the West Coast, and that fixed a lot of the problems.
Cool.
Just trying to remember how the hell to do that. It's definitely not
I
server boost.
don't
Yeah,
know.
server boost. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to make it a server boost.
Oh wait, is it right click the server?
It gives me the same things.
Second. Ah, the server region. There it is. All right, it's under server settings, server region, and server overview. All right, so server settings,
No,
overview.
Okay.
no, uppers.
Shelby.
Oh.
Puppers.
Okay, I see the overview.
Yeah. Shelby, stop it.
Baby.
Yeah, because
Shelby.
I was looking at where it's supposed to be, and it doesn't give me the option to change server region.
Yeah, it's not there either. They recently changed it then. That's always good.
Ooh, that's no good.
Should we just roll with it for now, and because we
Mhm.
can still understand?
Yeah, if we can understand them, we should be fine.
Okay, so sorry
Yeah.
about that, folks.
It's
Anyway,
all good.
you guys give a good little talking to Corey, got some information out of them, as well as potentially now know your plan of attack. You know that Flix's masters, or Luminosa's old masters, have gone a little crazy in the head to a point where waiting it out's not going to be an option. You might have to go to the source. However, that current source is blocked off, so you're sort of waiting on Auntie and Leonard to kind of come through with you, leaving you to kind of go about on your own until they contact you. As of right now, you are currently all on the way to the plane of water to retrieve Freyas's book, which they left last time they were there. Channel specific. Okay. Edit channel. Region override. I see.
Yeah.
It's currently set to automatic.
Yeah. Which means it'll try and get the closest one to you, but if that one's being overrun, even one across the country might be better.
Let me set it to west real quick to see what happens.
Yep.
Okay. And then if that's not good, I'll change it.
Yeah, we might get a few seconds of disconnect or static, and then it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. But as of right now, you are all currently on the way to the plane of water, if I'm correct. You haven't passed the gateway yet?
I think we at least went through the gateway.
Okay, so let me fetch over to this map. And for the most part, nothing has changed. Passing through the gate and kind of heading toward the main sort of ravine leading into the city of water, or Atlantis specifically. Nothing has seemed to have changed. It's pretty much the exact same as where you left it. Not a whole lot of people traveling the road itself, and as you go into the ravine, the kind of side city outside the main one, kind of the suburbs of it all, are about as lively as normal. You got your newsy stands, you have your little restaurants, your little homes. Nothing seems to have changed, but what you can definitely tell is that the air of oppression that you originally felt here, now that you remember that wave of oppression, is gone. That you could probably attest to the fact that you defeated the creature that was causing it in the first place. If it to almost sound cheesy, it almost feels as if the air, quote unquote, is lighter when it's actually water. Bad joke, I know. Bad joke, I know. But I believe Rose and Freus were talking on the way there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Rose, Tiberius, and Luminosa.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, Rose was speaking to Tiberius and Luminosa.
Mm-hmm.
Various and Freys are holding hands.
Aww. If you like, you can continue that conversation on your way into the main city.
Tiberius is simply going to shrug at the suggestion. Shelby, stop it. Hey, Shelby,
I heard that.
Mm.
I heard the doc.
Shelby, your opinion has been noted.
Shelby, the floating dog that follows the party, that we've never seen or heard about.
No, that's Truffles.
Who's Truffles?
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, we defeated the beast. We remember
It's
now.
It's too soon.
Truffles is
That's
now
alright.
healed, sadly.
Yeah, Truffles is now a shield, so. But let's see. Can any one of you give me a random 1d20?
Oh no.
No.
I choose Jin.
No.
Oh, you Jen, don't screw it up.
Go on, Jen.
Don't roll a 1.
Seriously?
In
So
fact,
thoughts not having anything
as you
planned,
begin
Nova?
to head down the ravine, you do realize that it is almost too quiet here. Looking around and trying to see just kind of exactly what's going on, you do notice that there is a distinct lack of people on the road. I would like you all to make me a perception roll, please.
Can I
Can
just use
I
my
can-
passive?
Your passive won't help you here.
Damn.
Can I have mine at disadvantage considering?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
how do I?
Okay.
Okay, I'm rolling again.
Oh, wow. Everyone that rolled above a 15, give me a dex save.
Oh.
What now?
Everyone that rolled
Ellie.
above a 15, give me a dex
Luminosa.
save.
Oh
So, yeah,
Safe.
everyone.
no, you're not safe.
Okay. Tibbs is not safe. Frias is not safe.
No, for her.
Like a freight train coming your way.
Is that everyone?
No.
So, Rose.
Yeah, that was all the people who noticed.
Okay, so out of the people that have noticed specifically, you realize why it's suddenly so quiet as you step over a few of the stones and realize that, well, there are people indeed on the sides of the street, but they're hidden, almost using it as cover. And the three of you that noticed, only one of you managed to dodge the now incoming barrage of bullets.
Oh, good.
There's a gang war happening. So, hold on. Let me roll.
Are they water bullets?
These are bullets.
So not water bullets?
Luminosa and Frias, you take 11 points of damage. Rose, being able to dodge most of it, you take only 5. However, since Various and yeah. So yeah, Tibbs, Luminosa, and Frias take the full 11. Rose only takes 5. Various, not being able to see it, takes the full blunt of damage as well.
So 11.
Can I do the
11.
same on Foundry on this one, hon?
No, you have to actually put in the number. So 68 minus 11 is 57.
57?
Yes.
Oh right, I didn't get to heal completely since last time.
No.
Me neither.
Nope. So, yeah, you guys are currently stepping in the middle of a firefight between two rival gangs.
Oh, bloody hell.
So, I'm going to have you all roll initiative so I can see what you guys do. Let me clear it real quick.
If Rose is still near Tiberius Luminosa, they are going to instantly pull him towards the ground. And also
Okay.
go prone themselves.
That's because I read it.
You may have to enter it in yourself because of.
I will
borrowed-
be. Yes. Okay.
Hey,
Get down.
Get down!
Ooh, ugh.
you have to get out of here.
Actually, for the sake of that, I'm actually going to write it in my own notepad because it makes it easier for me. Next document.
Oh, jelly beans.
Dog! I heard that. Okay. So, Frias. 21, 12. Darius. Oh god, Rose. You were the one that knows to actually dodge, but yet. Tibbs.
Too busy holding everyone down.
I still need one from Luminosa. Holy, okay.
Oh, come on. Really?
5.01.
I love that. Okay, 21. 15. All right. Luminosa, you're the first to act. What do you do?
Oh my god. That hurt, man.
Mm-hmm.
See here.
In fact, you can see that all your other friends also definitely got hit.
Yeah, I know exactly. I am going to. Things here. I am going to hunker down with my shield. I'm going to call it in.
Okay.
And try to get like the group of people with me and sort of hold it up to shield us to go through.
Okay.
So that nobody can get hit by the bullets.
All right. So for that, I would say that everyone has advantage on their dex saves on the next turn.
Yeah, and so for myself, because I'm a shield master, I am going to be adding shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throws.
Excellent. All right. Now, what does that say? What is that bonus?
No.
I give a large shield, so it's 2.
There you go. Just had it. Did it click? No. Okay. I might need your help for a second. Sorry. I can actually like show it to people. It's a racial. It's like a special thingy.
Like that. That right there.
There we go. There we go. Thank you.
Your shield is a 2 AC.
Mhm.
There you go. So everyone gets +2 to their dex.
All right. So everyone's going to get not only an advantage on their next dex save, which will be the next turn, but also a +2 on it. Okay. Freya, Luminosa is leading the torch to try to get you guys out of there. Their shield is raised up, ready to lead the way. What are
Yeah.
you going to do?
I'm first looking at magic because there's no wild magic here, and I have nothing.
Oh my god, here. Eat this.
You could now another option you can do is to try to run ahead to get away from the fighting. That is another thing you can do. Or you can hunker behind Luminosa and gain the bonuses for the next turn to move out of the way.
Is there any way to tell how far the war is?
It seems to be taking up most of the ravine city. So you would have to at least get a little bit further ahead into the city proper to get away from it. And that's about 50 feet away.
Oh, 50 feet.
Mhm.
Hold on, I have an item which I could possibly use to help me.
Mhm.
I need to look up.
Did you remember you have magic items?
No, I remember I had it. Just didn't. It just didn't seem like it had much use beforehand. Oh, only 10 feet. Damn. Oh, and it's only myself. Wait, is it only 10 feet? Yeah, it's only 10 feet. Yeah, screw it. She'll try to sprint straight for the city.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Roll another one.
Mm.
Roll another. We've got advantage. Do it.
Yeah. Roll another.
Wait, what?
Ow!
You're gonna be able to make it, but you're gonna be getting hit by a lot of bullets there, Frias.
Are you sure about that?
You're gonna be hit by a lot of bullets there. Because although you do manage to sprint, you are kind of moving through a wall of the stuff. You take 9 points of damage on your way out. You manage to pass the barrier.
I'm unconscious.
So kind of imagine that Frias takes a bolt through. Their adrenaline is pumping. It's rushing. But the moment they pass through that watery barrier, you all see them just on the ground.
Bloody hell.
I mean, that's probably the reason why we're getting shot.
Yeah. No, there's no more left. It's all gone.
Okay. Rose. No, it's Tibbs is now your turn.
How far are these delinquents?
I would say I decide they're about 15 feet from where you are on both sides. They're kind of hunkered into the buildings, shooting out of windows, door frames, booths, etc.
Perfect.
Calm emotions. Okay.
20-foot radius.
Fine.
If they're within 15 feet on both sides, I'm focusing it on us.
Okay. 20-foot radius. Okay. Concentration up to 1 minute. Charisma saving throw.
I may or may
So,
not be bringing in an Eldritch God influence on this, but that's beside the point.
okay, now they still need to roll
Yep.
charisma, so I need to roll it for 10 different people.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
You can always just roll it just once and then take that.
No. That one succeeds. That one fails. That one succeeds. Succeed. Succeeds. Fails. Okay, so 2 on one side fail. Okay, now for the other side. Failed. Succeeds. Failed. Failed. Succeeds. So 3 failed out of 5. For the most part, you can definitely tell that at least 5 shooters have calmed down and are no longer actively firing, but there's still several who are still doing so. So you have reduced the damage of the bullets.
Hmm. Yep.
However, if you would like to do the effect of the actual spell, depends on how creative you want to get with it. So you currently have at least 2 on one side and 3 on the other side affected by your spell.
All right. I'm going to twin the spell and do it again.
I was talking about you can suppress any effect. If a creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following 2 effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened, or you can make the target indifferent about creatures.
Making
Which
them
one do you want?
indifferent to whomever they're trying to injure.
Okay.
Just apathy.
Okay. So you're going to do it again?
Yes.
Okay.
I said, calm down.
So fail. Succeed. Succeed. So now 3 on that side, or calm down. Succeeds.
Done.
And failed. So they're still firing, but you've reduced the damage further.
I just like these.
Good work, Tibbs.
And does this affects the party as well?
Any
Away?
creature that has negative emotions at the moment.
That is
So
a good
that would
question. Does it
include
affect the
you.
party?
It does.
So,
Is it
yeah. So everyone else, roll. Oh, not Freus. Freus, you're unconscious.
Yeah, I was about to
So,
say, does a negative
Luminosa,
heartbeat count?
Luminosa, Rose, and Various, go ahead and roll charisma saves. Succeed. Succeed. Yeah, succeed. And succeed. Meets and beats. Your party members are not affected.
That's fine.
It's fine.
You have to do it
But-
twice.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it's right. Gonna do the second time. Okay. Oh, Rose did that. Rose failed.
Well,
And then
that's not a
Luminosa?
bad thing.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. Luminosa?
No! Rose, I'm with you! Jinxing it!
Rose and Luminosa, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong. They're probably got their grievances. Let's just keep going. Okay. Various, it is now your turn. Though the bullets are no longer a hail of it, there are still some that are flying across the way. Luminosa is acting as a shield, but you did see Freus run ahead, get filled with holes, and then collapse on the other side of the water barrier.
This is
I need-
fine.
I need
Let's
to.
go for your toes.
I
Go
need
ahead.
to do a personal roll.
Oh, no.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Do it, Various.
By the way, he has a spell that's lightning bolt that he can enhance. So,
This is not
but
time to use that, Various.
exactly. But Various is not doing so well right now. So, but Various will,
I was worried you were to say he's not there. I'm like, oh.
He's not.
but he just watches for a moment and almost barely reacts to being initially shot and sort of looks down.
Don't
Then
worry, Various.
looks
We'll keep you safe.
where Frias is sort of floating, and you see for a moment just sparks of electricity flying between his hands
Mm-hmm.
before. And instead, he hurries forward, trying to grab Frias and pull her back to cover.
Oh, Freya's is far ahead of you.
Okay,
They
he'll
collapsed
run
on
over.
they collapsed on the other side of the barrier.
Okay, he's gonna run over there.
Roll me a dex save. You do have an advantage. As well as the
I'm
okay.
gonna need that.
And you have the +2 from Luminosa's shield too.
So
yeah,
18.
okay, so you're only going to take half of the damage, which has been significantly reduced thanks to Tibbs.
Yay!
So you only get shot by like one bullet. It's probably in your arm, but you managed to make it past the water barrier, and Frias is out cold. Their blood's on the ground. They are full of gunshot holes.
Once he gets there,
Mhm.
he doesn't really have any healing, so
You can use a medicine check to stabilize them, however. Just so you know.
okay, that's probably what he's going to have to do. So
Okay.
he's going to just try and stop the bleeding.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a medicine roll.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you have some general knowledge of just like basic triage, so you're able to kind of get some cloth, wrap it around, and mostly stop most of the bleeding. So Frias, you will not have to make a death saving throw on your next turn. You have been stabilized. You're just unconscious.
Nappy time.
Okay, Rose, you're at the end of the turn.
All right. And Tiberius and Luminos are already both heading towards the other end of the barrier, right?
Mm-hmm. Luminosa is leading the charge, but Frias ran ahead, got lit up, and then Various ran after them and only got shot like once because of Tiberius calming the emotions of those around you.
Rose will deploy their adamantium shield and is also going to surge towards the other end of the barrier.
Okay. Well, I'd say that since both you and Luminosa have your shields up and are moving toward the barrier into Atlantis, I'd say that you're able to make it there without any further hits, as well as anyone else who is still with you. So
All right.
Tiberius.
And upon the other side, Rose is going to cast Mass Healing Word at 4th level.
Okay. Give me that roll.
Oh!
Oh my god. Oh, whoa.
So how much is that? That's just 7?
Maybe it's 7 that you didn't have before.
This is true.
This is true. Oh. I'll take 7.
I'll definitely take 7.
Yeah, Frias.
Oh,
You can
damn.
hold up. 5 minutes to turn. Okay. But yeah,
You roll
Frias,
math healing word?
Frias, you're back up.
What? Sadly. Oh, poor Rose.
Yeah, Frias, you sort of slowly come to. Your vision's a little blurry. You're in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. But you guys seem to have managed to make it past the firefight itself. It's still going on behind you. Pay in mind as Tiberius' spell slowly begins to wane, as you once again start to hear the roaring of gunfire once more picking back up. But you guys are no longer in turn order.
Prius, are you okay?
Freya, so you were right.
No, just let me lay a moment.
Why would you run into the hail of projectiles? We've
It
already
was
lost
very,
one party mate.
it was very loud, and I wasn't thinking.
Ah,
I'd also say with that medicine check, Darius, you were able to remove several of the bullets from Frias's body.
Yep.
It's a pretty decent one. So
Phrase will only be down for like maybe 30 seconds before slowly getting themselves back up and
mhm.
then asking if everyone else is okay.
I think the rest of us made it through without too much perforation.
I have several of the little metal things in me.
Yeah.
So I do need to go take a break to eat dinner because it just got here, or at least finished up. So let me eat real quick. If you guys would like to continue roleplay, you can. Licking your wounds. I'll
I
be
mean,
right
I
back.
can be a dog.
Um,
When we get to Green's Casino, maybe see if they
I
have
have
some magical faculties there.
I have a healing kit and some spells. It'll be okay. Just let's get a little further away.
Hmm.
Tiberius.
Darius, I'm
That
fine.
was
You look
that
worse
was
than
that was some good thinking.
where. Didn't do much, didn't work. Obviously, there's some problems there that they need a bit of time speaking to some kind of psychiatrist over.
I think they were
Do other levels
very
even have psychiatrists?
pretty sure they were working it out right then and there.
What were to happen if they were actually to kill one another?
Pretty
Hmm.
sure the problem would solve itself then.
Was-
Hmm.
What would happen?
Oh, you mean back there?
What Tibbs asked about.
Oh my god. OC is Tiz referring to the game fight.
Yes.
Okay.
What would happen if they actually succeeded in killing each other? Is this a normal occurrence for elementals who just want to try and off one another and just pop back into existence?
Hmm. That just tends to be a thing down here. They would have probably taken over whatever territorial dispute they had, and then probably try to expand, and then someone else will try to come and blow their brains out and add Vidium.
Awesome. Chicken is still cooking, so keep going. But I'd say at least free us from your passive perception, even though you're in quite a lot of pain. You do notice that the entire city seems to have the sounds of gunfire going throughout it. From the sounds of it, it seems like something's happening currently in the city. There's not a lot of people out on the road compared to before.
You know, I was thinking this was just a game dispute. This may be bordering on a civil war here. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, who's the most hurt? Who needs...
We get
Who
to
need-
cover first casino.
From what it sounds like, we may be passing through more. I have some quick fixes.
Cover first.
So
Casino.
if you'd like to give me all perception rolls to look for some cover.
Yeah, see if we can maybe find some alleyways, some back roads we can go through.
Okay. Damn!
Wow.
Tibbs is in fight or flight mode. Shit, okay. I'd say
Luminosa.
it's through. Oh yeah, Luminosa. Luminosa. There you go. But I'd say through a collaborative effort, Frias, you're kind of having a hard time focusing. Luminosa's kind of getting you up, supporting you up. Well, various Tibbs and Rose are able to kind of pinpoint a little alleyway to kind of sneak into that's behind a closed restaurant at the moment. You can kind of sneak in there. It's a smaller alleyway that you can kind of go 2 by 2 into, but you kind of duck into there, try to get away from any more potential fighting that might be coming down the street to give yourself some time to breathe, some time to just relax.
All right, who wants healing potions?
I believe you are the one that requires it the most, Freya. With all those holes, I'm surprised you're not leaking more.
Also, as the DM, I would like to say that Nat 1 is the reason for this because I have introduced thematic planar encounter rules. So, Nat 1s in water are going to be completely different from Nat 1s in earth. So,
I like it.
Enjoy! We get to test the system.
yes,
This will be fine.
Is it working? We're almost
It's working.
we almost lost 2 teammates. Is it working?
I think so.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
a great
so-
idea. I was not expecting a Nat 1 though. So, have fun.
Okay,
Party
so
on.
we're gonna heal real quick as the plan then, right?
Nova went into this being like, you guys can RP, it's gonna be fine, no problems.
Gang war.
Nat 1. Nat 1. Like, Nat 1.
Gang war.
Yeah, it was me.
Uh,
It's like, okay, can I have someone roll a 1d20? It's like, okay, well, it's probably going to be like a 12 or a 10, so it's probably going to just be, it's Nat 1. That's gang war.
Why do you think I chose Jin to roll it?
Really wonderful session of walking through water, no problems at all. Oh, there's a motherfucking gang war happening between the Blood and the Crips over there.
Language.
Cool. Sorry.
Anyway,
But,
I
yeah.
have 5 healing potions and 4 charges of cure wounds. So let's start dealing that out.
All right. Before you do that, then Rose is going to drop a beacon
going
of
to-
hope.
And I'm going to go eat.
What? Huh.
And also a nice southern accent, Rose.
Well, thank you kindly.
Oh God, Bub is breaking the fourth wall. Is
They're
that not-
coming.
or is
Rose
that Nat
is a
20 with the torch? It
Yeah.
linked to Rose because fire.
I was about to say Rose is a blue mage.
It opened up
Speaks
a portal
real
to fire.
ill.
Oh, max number
Mhm.
of hit points possible from any healing. That's really useful.
Does that include healing potions or is that just magic?
Yep, healing
It says
potions
any
and magic.
healing.
hmm
Okay, how much does healing potions do?
Wait, is Lumina affecting Rose or is Rose affecting Lumina? Because it's a beacon of hope and Luminos is a positive. My brain just broke.
Yeah.
And for primordials, it doesn't
Oh.
bother them as much.
Because if you think you're gonna hurt yourself.
So each potion of healing will do 10.
I need 3.
Okay. If you take
Tiberius is
3.
refusing any kind of help because the bullets are just
Because Tiberius?
flopping off of his obviously heavily armored cloth.
You also had 2 secret security guards standing next to you
Yes,
with
and
shields.
that's how it's supposed to work. I am Tiberius.
The Daddy Dearest assigned them perfectly for you. Okay, so 3 for various. I guess I'm taking the last 2.
Well, you need it more.
Wrong.
Well, I could just use cure wounds after that.
Hey, if you're sure.
So
Why don't you just summon that little
27.
thing that makes us feel better and just hold it for a while?
Because I only have 2 charges. Yeah, I guess we could.
No. One spell is more efficient than 6, and if there was wild magic around, wouldn't you think to perhaps
There's
keep
no wild
spell
magic.
slots?
Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay, nobody gets healing potions. We'll just
Oh,
kapacha there. Since it's max healing, it is
Literally, both of them last a
6.
minute. So in the
Yeah.
span of 1 minute, they're 6
So
times. So
6
you get 10 times maximum healing from the spirit. So 10 times 6 across the party.
okay, yeah.
Yay!
Synergy.
Now
I'm alive.
here's a question. What happens to bullets when your healing magic happens? Do they
pop
get
like
pushed
pimples.
out, or does it?
I'm just assuming they pop out like pimples.
Ooh. Just a clatter of metal on the floor.
Or just tiny spirit going, pulling the bullets out.
Kind of
I prefer
horrifying.
the latter. Mentally.
So yeah, little tiny wisp. Everyone's hanging out next to it like it's a bonfire.
But
Feeling
now that
better.
that's done, where's this casino? It's Greed's casino, is it correct?
Last I remember, it's up the street and to the right.
And you
Not
left
very
a
far.
book.
What was that?
He said, and you left a book.
Yes.
A book you're willing to run through a hail of projectiles for and almost die for.
Again, wasn't thinking.
What's going around these days, this group?
Oh, come now, it's all right.
You don't want to talk!
Just breathe in and out. In again and out. And calm yourself. It'll make you happier.
Luminosa, you know, you and I don't need to breathe, right?
I know, but it helps the breathing ones with lungs feel better.
I'm starting to find Luminosa to be a bit more grating than Flix at this point. The positivity is simply alarming.
I see what you did there. I am fabulous. Don't worry. One day you'll be as luminescent as me.
By the twins, I hope not.
Your loss.
Also, I'm pretty sure that I couldn't. That being said, we will have to take cover into different shelters and alleyways to make our way to Greed's casino. Perhaps having Luminosa go first with her giant... Is that a shield in the shape of a pig?
Yes.
With a giant pig shield.
It's got wings too. Don't forget the wings.
Is it made of ham iron?
It's called a truffle.
Fine, your truffle shield will keep us from being waylaid by any more of these bullets. We can get this bloody book and go on
You
to...
mean the brigands?
Yes,
The ruffians?
ruffian.
The bandits?
You can call them ragamuffins for all I care.
Ragamuffins?
Yes.
No, that's more for children.
We'll get the book, and then we'll head off towards this Wonderland place so we can get this business dealt with.
Yes.
Though I remember Rose mentioning something about talking to someone. I don't know, I was a little out of it.
Yeah, after we get your book back, if Glacius in his penthouse, maybe see if we can coax some info out of him while we're still on his good side. Cause once we deal with the issue with the gentry, then we're probably gonna be heading to Earth next, and anything we can find out about their troubles and how things are going on there, that'll give us a leg up once we arrive.
Well,
I'm older than
unfortunately...
Christian, but I'm good.
Go ahead.
No, you're going to say something.
Well, unfortunately, if I remember correctly, we have a park to run through, which is quite a wide open area.
Wow! I could get some of us across quite easily.
We could speak with the people at the casino and see if they'd be willing to help.
If you describe this book to me, I can be there and back within 2 minutes.
Well, it depends on if they moved it or not, but it is,
Simply ask Greed himself.
fair enough. Just a regular old red cover on a book, little bookmark, just made of ribbon.
A little red book. A book with a little... He does a minor illusion of a book. Tell me what to change on it.
Literally just makes it what looks like a normal looking book with a red cover and just a ribbon used to make it pretty much as a bookmark.
You change the illusion. So it looks like this.
Yes.
Very well. I will simply go in and ask if they've seen this book. If they haven't, I'll quickly search the location, see if it's perhaps been pocketed by someone else, and I'll return. This way we can be on our way, without any more of this being shot.
Sounds good.
We'll have to wait for Nova to get back, so talk as Tiberius is trying to plan stuff.
Mm-hmm. Rose will look over to Various in the meantime. Various?
Mm.
Uh, just just making sure you're still alert is all.
Mm. And he just seems a little bit distracted and picks up one of the bullets that had fallen out and is turning it over in his hands.
Yeah, those are unfortunately a thing here.
Oh, surprised they're not a thing
Hmm.
back home with how much they like to kill each other. Mm. He
We
just
have
sort of tosses it.
proper ways to deal with riffraff in Gardania. You know this. Everyone gets a fair trial, after all. Yes, that was sarcasm, in case you missed it.
Mm.
Is this way there aren't any random passerbys that are caught up in the crossbows? What were those exactly? What were they called? Guns?
Yeah, that'd be right.
At least we don't randomly kill people who get in our... Well, okay, that's quite a lie.
Yes, that's quite a lie.
But at least it wouldn't be an entire group. Well, that has happened a few times. What I'm getting at is it's not random. If they get in the way, they know they're getting in the way of a political... Now, sometimes they're completely unaware, aren't they? Well, it's far less messy. Most of the time. I mean, entire cities haven't... You know what? Let's just change the subject. We won't be going back to that place anytime soon, so nothing to worry about with little history lessons.
Okay, well, I guess while we're hunkered down here, considering the discussion that came about when we were record earlier, about our sleep last night.
Yes, there was a particular dream which I know at least I have a plan with Tiberius to go see someone about.
Is there anyone in this group that did not see themselves doing something or have done something previously horrible?
Oh, mine wasn't horrible. Mine was staring at a mannequin, basically walking parallel with me, turn into myself, and then the dream just was gone.
Saying what's horrible is completely out of line. I simply had a dream of all my siblings being drowned and the darkness below trying to consume me and my mother above laughing. I wouldn't call that exactly a nightmare. Seems par for the course. Though they did get drowned and pulled down by that thing, so perhaps Yogg has something else happening with those siblings. Shame. I
Apologies, I'm back. Sorry about that.
actually found something to be a little less annoying than the rest.
I saw myself in, I guess, a courtroom, and someone that looks like me I was face to face with wearing those guild robes.
Hmm.
Yes. We all saw terrible things about Ophias. Is that accurate?
Yes. Quite.
I'm not sure a mannequin turning into myself is a fear, but is definitely concerning.
You don't feel about being replaced, or being useless, being faceless, and then someone else taking your place, Prius?
Nope.
Huh.
I could
The
be
dream
gone
working
tomorrow
mysterious.
and would not change a thing.
Various keeps very quiet.
Then there's Luminosa and Various who have not answered the question. Let's start with, and he slowly turns his head towards Luminosa and then just rolls back to Various. You.
What?
What was your dream? You obviously went after your sister.
No, I didn't go after my sister.
Really? Because upon my arrival, it seemed quite like your sister and you were in some kind of duel to the death.
I dreamt that I was somewhere sandy. And there were ruins rising from the sand, and there was a storm going on, and there was somebody standing in the light on top of one of them, and they looked back at me, and I tried to get to them and just kept sinking in the sand, and
That explains the sudden excursion to Null.
it looked like the storm when we first got here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I zeroed in on the location. I'll be right back. And with that, Tiberius is going to cast Dimension Door, aiming for Greed, specifically Greed, the individual.
What is the terms of Dimension Door, real quick?
Probably not far enough, but we'll find out.
Yeah, let me see it. 500 feet. You teleport yourself to current location. Any other spot within range, arrive at exactly the spot desired. Free straight down. As long as we're done seed. Sorry, occupied by an object you find in nature. Okay. It still fails to touch. So, as you attempt to cast Dimension Door, you feel a sudden bout of resistance. I need you to take 4d6 force damage, and your spell fails.
Force damage?
Yeah, right down there. If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or a creature, you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
So he's in some kind of room that I could not pop beside him in.
Yep,
Lovely.
you're getting backlash.
He's in the can. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want some dude popping in on me if I'm in the can.
Good,
Jesus
just
Christ!
healed everyone.
Thank God you have a lot of hit points.
In fact, I'd say that since this is force damage, you can all kind of see. Tibbs tries casting a spell, but you suddenly see him flinch, and you see blood kind of drip from his nose.
Oh my!
It appears he's somewhere where I can't get to because it's close quarters. Wonderful. He pulls out a handkerchief and wipes the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't just teleport to the room we were in and then look for him after?
That's the next step. I figured going straight to the source would have been far more useful. Puts the hanky away. He's going to try and teleport to Greed's Casino.
Any particular floor or area,
The last
or are you just gonna be haphazard?
that room they were in. where they
The
were all-
employees' lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to do that. In fact, as you're spirited away, you all see Tibbs vanish before you, and Tibbs, you wind up on one of the sofas, and
Is
inside
it the
the room,
broken one?
no, in fact, things have been repaired in here. More importantly, you see someone who's just kind of sitting there staring at you as they were in the middle of preparing coffee.
Ah, hello. Have you seen a book, Minor Illusion, to make the book that Freya's described, looks exactly like this. I just need to bring it back to my friend so that we can get out of this place where the whole firing projectiles and guns is happening, because I don't like being shot.
So this is so at least from what you can tell with their garb, they're one of the table dealers. So one of the people that run like the blackjack tables, they kind of got that nice little waiter's outfit on, kind of spiffed up and fancy. Their hair is tied up like in a bun, but their hair is more crystalline and ice-like in a way. They look rather young, pretty effeminate, but they look up at you up and down for a few seconds before like,
I'm
uh,
friends of greed.
I was about to say so, but at the same time, how'd you get in here?
Magic. I'm not being
Right.
coy. It's a literal sense. I teleported myself here because I'm looking for my friend's book, and this is the last place we saw it.
They look confused. What does the book look like?
Minor illusion to literally make a representation of the book. This.
I haven't seen any book like that.
Mind
You
if
could
I look
try.
around for a few minutes?
Yeah, you could try looking at Lost and Found, see if anyone's found it. Just don't go outside. There's been a bit of kerfuffle going on right now. It
Yeah,
happens every so often. It's pretty common, but just don't go outside unless you want to get shot.
that's already happened. I don't plan on revisiting that.
Good luck. Lost and Found is if you head out from here, take a left and just kind of walk past collections, you'll find it.
Tiberius will nod, thank them, and toss them one of the many blue chips he found in his pocket. Thank you for your time.
Bye. And yeah, you leave the employee lounge, leaving a very, very, very confused dealer behind.
Peasantry. He's gonna make his way towards the Lost and Found, grab a
Okay.
drink on the way, down it, keep walking.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of drinks to be had here. You do notice that there's a lot of people who are just sitting around or standing around, probably taking cover from what's going on outside. Some people have, of course, taken to playing some games around. It seems like this is a common enough occurrence that people are kind of used to it by now. Because you can tell people are not panicking, they're not going crazy or worrying. They're just kind of leaning against stuff, chatting, kind of idle stuff.
Yes, Tiberius is from the rich part of Gardenia. While the rest of the country is burning, they're having fancy parties, so this is par for the course for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
gonna try to Lost and Found.
oh yeah. But you walk past collections. Some people are dealing in some of their chips, and you eventually make it to what looks to be sort of like a security person's booth. Like usually where like the security tends to check in and keep an eye on like cameras and stuff like that. And there is a primordial there, just kind of sitting back, leaned back in their chair, watching over some monitors, and they kind of look at you as you come up. It's like, "Hey, what's up?"
A good day. I'm looking for a book. Again, little illusion of the book. Looks exactly like this. My friend lost it in the lounge back there that I came from. I just need it so I can return it to her.
Huh. I mean, we haven't had any books coming through here for a while. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen anything around that like that come through here.
So someone has taken it or pocketed it. That's wonderful. Are you sure you haven't seen anyone that may have been reading it on the way out?
Does this look like a place where literature is going to do anything with anyone?
Might assist some people with finding out the ways to beat the house, but no, I do not imagine so. Well, thank you for your time. I will continue on my search.
Good luck, bunny boy.
He's gonna kind of tilt his head at that, take a step away, and ask the servant.
Just gonna grab a random waiter.
No, he's casting Unseen Servant, the spell.
Okay.
He's summoning one of Yogg's little friends.
Okay.
And he's gonna whisper to it, find the bloody book so I can leave this place. Takes one of the drinks. Do take no
Roll me a
time.
random 1d20.
Do your effing job.
Look,
Oh god, don't bring dad here. That didn't
Now you're able to summon just this pile of eyeballs, mouths, and tendrils. You know what? You know, those one of those little Shogoth things. It just kind of blinks its many eyes at you before all of its maws open. It doesn't really say anything, but it you know that look a dog gives you when they're pleased to do something, when they got that big old grin on their face.
Yes.
That's what it gives you before it slinks off.
Enjoy your time, Blink Bite.
But you
Great.
can't seem to find the book. Curious.
He's gonna keep searching, though he did say he'd be back in a few minutes, so
Mhm.
take some time.
Okay. And back to the group. Tip seems to have been gone for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Darius is just sitting down.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's a shame. I could have scryed.
So,
See how they're doing.
I mean, you can.
Nope, I used it today to find
You used it
various.
today. That's right. But, Frius, can you give me an intelligence check, please?
I don't wanna.
For some reason, you don't understand why Tibbs went to the casino. What are you guys waiting for?
Oh,
Oh.
Just kind of sitting there for a while. Where's Tiberius?
Tiberius is still most likely at the casino looking for your book.
You don't have a book, Frius.
Book?
so look towards Frius.
What?
Prius, do you know why we are in water right now?
You
Oh my
don't.
God.
Frius,
Mentioned
you have
Tibbs
no
at a
idea.
casino.
But it's all stuck.
Oh well.
Thought this was supposed
Get out.
to stop.
It's I don't this doesn't have anything to do with the false hydra. It's
From your knowledge, Rose, you know the false hydra only affects people, not objects. You
mm-hmm.
could have swore Frius had some sort of book, but you can't seem to remember what it looked like.
Oh, Rose doesn't remember the book now?
Not even Rose remembers. In
Oh
fact, you all seem to have fleeting memories of a book, but you don't remember what it looks like. Frius, you don't remember any book. I mean, you have a recent one from some of your more recent exploits that you've been keeping notes in with Amadeus and stuff here in the plains, but that's the only one that comes to mind, and you've got that back at home.
So, what book are we looking for again?
I suppose it doesn't matter all that much anymore now. Rose is just visibly rubbing at their eyes at this point.
And as this is being said, Tibbs, at the casino, you seem to forget why you're there in the first place.
Hell, what was I even doing here? Wasn't the drinks, I'll tell you that much. These are watered down.
How many drinks have you had by this time?
Yeah.
Give me a rough estimate. How many?
You too.
Okay, let's say you don't need to make a con save for that because you're pretty used to drinking. Two is not going to buzz you.
It's a daily thing.
It is a daily thing, isn't it?
He's going to pause, kind of scratch his head. I did summon this my servant. Maybe. You know what? This isn't worth my time. And he's going to teleport back using some spell points.
Okay. And in a blink of an eye, once again, Tiberius is back with the group.
What by the twins was I even looking for over there?
I thought you were here because you needed something.
Hey, a stiff drink, but nothing from water would actually suffice.
Are you saying it's all watered down?
I already made that pun.
Damn it.
Ah,
Didn't we almost get shot when you made that joke in a bar?
Oh.
No, maybe that
Yeah.
was a dream.
No, that happened. I remember running. That was our
Oh,
first day here. Seems that shooting things is what this place does.
Well, you just run by the mob. It makes
So
sense.
why are we in water then? We came here for various something or other. Then we were shot at. Then I went to Greed's Casino of all places.
What is
No, I think Rose was saying something about talking to Glacia.
Oh.
Well, why would you go to the
Yeah.
casino?
Let's go visit him then. Pay him a visit. Let's go.
Yeah,
I would
that's
love to meet the Water Lord.
Flick,
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running it. I'm just gonna start leaving to go towards Glacia's.
correct me if I'm wrong in my memory, but I believe Flix was shot by Glacia last time we were there.
Ah, but
And
this
you
isn't
guys
Flick.
still do hear gunfire.
Oh boy.
There is still gunfire going off through the city.
Various is gonna slowly get up.
Stay behind the truffle shield.
Maybe we should just have you bring someone there.
And who would I bring? Rose, this was your
I
idea.
would say as a DM, dimensional door will not work to get to Glacia because the penthouse is far beyond 500 feet.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Great.
Yeah.
That is
How do we get there? Let's walk.
Considering the fact that he's in a skyscraper penthouse that's easily 200 floors
Probably,
up.
probably also warded.
Yeah, that entire area is warded. You guys know that. You guys know it's warded.
Okay, well, at this, I mean, that's the
I
only
think
thing I
we'll
think of
get
when we
this guy.
came here right now, so
Oh,
we just gotta try to stick to the alley as best we can. If we gotta go on open ground, we just gotta make a break for it.
or we wait for the gunfire to stop.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I mean, what harm would sitting for a little longer and talking, see if something calms down? They have to run out eventually.
I believe he might still have something that helps you talk to Glacia, if I remember correctly. He never took that back from you, did he?
That'd be something Various would have. No, Various dropped it when we ran.
Yeah, because he said he was using it as the target.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's in the web. Okay, never mind. Thank you for correcting me. Because I was like, wait, don't you guys have something? Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna
No.
go outside and I'm gonna hail a cab.
Okay.
This
Roll me a
place is
random.
New York, so
Yeah, just roll me a 1d20, I'd say. As you kind of go up to the curb, you kind of look around, peer around, coast clear. Let's try to hail a cab.
You're gonna hire that one insane taxi.
of course. I don't hire a taxi well.
Another
Well,
random question. If this is like New York, do you have money? Otherwise, they're just going to drive by you.
Shit. I have money.
Okay. Despite the obvious firefight and everything that's going on, you do seem to get one driver that does seem to come by. They don't really have anything in front of it. It does look a bit more like a classic New York cab.
What is
Taxi!
this?
What'd you say?
What is this?
In fact, it has a. You can definitely see that there is like sort of a backseating area, but the primordial kind of at the front seat seems to be behind what looks to be several levers. You definitely see steam coming out of the front sort of hood area of it.
Quiet, yes.
It's obviously some kind of chariot. Let's
It's a
just
taxi!
better this getting shot than us.
But the driver kind of looks at it, it's like, oh, I didn't think there'd be folks out here during a gunfight. I like your style. Where are you off to?
Glacia's penthouse, please!
Oh, okay. That's a challenge.
The door slams.
That's
They,
a challenge!
the door slams and they drive away. Oh,
Hey, are you ready to make some crazy money?
Oh.
boy. Crazy taxi time. It's gonna be fun.
All right, so how much do you want to pay this guy? Because it will determine how long it's going to take you to get there.
Tiberius, pay the man! You said you're rich.
He's gonna reach into his pocket and toss 2 blue chips.
Alright, and the driver will not catch it with his hands, but you see this tendril lash out like an octopus, grab him, and then vanish into the front seat again.
Oh no,
Alright, everyone pile in!
Taco's Ryan shotgun.
No. Taco's been compromised. That is not a good plan.
Right, so is everyone getting in?
Yep.
Yep.
There's enough room for all of
Yep.
you, especially if some of you sit on each other's laps.
Oh.
Well, obviously the bunnies get to sit on laps.
Yeah, they're small.
I put the bunnies on my lap.
Oh,
Oh.
they safe in Luminosa's arms.
Yeah.
Various is very fluffy.
One's safe. One's happy.
Aw. So where is everyone sitting? Because there is a seat in front.
Roast is going up front.
Fine.
None of us want to catch fire, Rose. I'm sorry.
One person's just going to constantly be getting positive corruption the entire drive.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
I mean, the payment was just to determine how many turns it's going to take. Because this guy literally hits the steam as the vehicle jolts forward, and just you see him do an immediate U-turn on the road, kind of crushing you all against one side of the carriage, and zooms off. All of you, go ahead and give me a con save. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Luminosa,
Con.
do not puke rainbows onto us, please.
Oh.
I would say Luminosa is enjoying the ride.
I am stout and stalwart in my protection of the buns.
She's got one bun in one arm, one bun in the other arm. She is holding on to them. She's taking this like a champ. You all pretty much pass it.
You are safe. No harm will become of you.
But yeah, this guy is just screaming down the street. In fact, a few of you can look behind you and you see this plume of steam coming from the back end of the chariot. Roche, you recognize this sort of quote unquote technology. This is Steamworks. This is very reminiscent of a lot of the stuff that you see in Fire. So
Was it created by
whatever
a man?
this vehicle was, it's actually fire built.
Charming.
In fact, since you are sitting in the front seat, Rose, you can see that the entire front area, why there's a bunch of levers, it's more affixed to a steam engine. So there's a big giant burner in front of you. It's a place where you can put a lot of like fuel and stuff into it, and there's also a huge water tank on the front of it. And each of the levers seem to control a part of the vehicle. And
Oh.
more importantly, you notice that this more octopus-style primordial has a tentacle on almost every lever operating this crazy contraption.
Seems legit.
I
Could
miss
have built
when
that
we were
firebolt.
normal sized. When like we were the normal size Tibbs.
But one more con roll and you guys should arrive.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I need one more from Luminosa.
No one knows I can't save.
Con save! I am so conful.
All right. You all still pass. It was a very low roll, but Various, you kind of almost feel a little nauseous, so like a little bit of whiplash. But eventually, the chariot, the carriage does come to a screeching halt, kind of making you all lurch forward a little bit. And eventually, you see the driver pull several levers down. You just hear a huge from the whole carriage, and the doors open. It's like, all right, good luck in there.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't
Carry
feel
the buns
well.
out.
I don't feel well.
Just get out on your legs. Just start walking. You'll feel better.
Ugh.
Why does Various always get the bad con rolls?
He's
I
not
was
good.
about to say, oh, it's probably his worst stat, but no, that's Dex and Strength.
Varys is a real villain. Vehicles.
I have a feeling that particular character would love this thing.
We
Oh
we
yes.
never want Various out. You never want to take Various to a theme park. It will not
No.
end in anything but tears.
But
Not
as you all pile out, you do realize that the sounds of gunfire are less uh much less audible here. There are a lot more guards stationed around though.
You fucking
okay.
And almost every single one of them has a firearm out.
This bodes well.
Freya will approach but stop a good 40, 30 feet away and be like, is Glacia able to have a quick chat or maybe possibly talk over the intercom with a small group of people?
Oh, one of the guards seems to look all of you up and down before reaching to something on his vest, and seems to talk into it. It's like, "Hey, boss, some of those blokes that you worked with are here." And there was a long pause. Uh, one of them's different. All right, and he puts it down back onto his vest. All right, head on up. Boss will see you.
She looks back at the group, and as long as they look like they're about to move, she'll go into the building.
Yep. Go.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Various just slowly pads along behind.
And you all do see that not only the guard force has been severely bolstered, each and every one of them seems to be armored with some pretty heavy stuff. But even as you get into the main lobby, the secretary's not there. In fact, a lot of the paperwork and stuff has been neatly put away, tidied up, and a lot of the place seems to be on lockdown almost. But as you guys head up to the elevators, they will open as they usually do. In fact, there's a guard waiting to kind of push the button to open the elevator for you. Like every point, there's like a checkpoint going in. So the elevator's
God,
open. Do you go down in?
gosh, I'm glad I'm a druid. I don't have any metal on me.
Yeah, I guess we head on
And
in.
yeah,
Yeah, just get headed in. Tiberius pretty much thinks he runs the joint, so it's fine.
Are we still covered in blood at all?
Yeah.
oh geez. Well,
Well,
her
there's
outfit's red
there's
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
look. The important thing is that the blood spots are not getting any bigger.
That's the important thing.
Why do you think Freya wears red? You can't tell.
You guys pile into the elevator, and the guard will press the button to close the door. And you do notice that all the other buttons are grayed out, only leaving the top penthouse able to be pressed. So yeah, they're on lockdown, big time. And of course, without really any input, the elevator starts moving upwards. So yeah, it's obvious that you're not going to be able to go to any of the other floors today. Anything you would like to talk about while you're riding the 200 floor elevator?
I'm rather surprised that Glacia's HQ has this much security detail out.
Seeing as the fact if you kill a lord, you become a lord, I don't
I
really think it's any protected with that kind of mindset.
Now that I think about it, this is probably the worst idea we could have done. You remember what he said on that strange moving picture box?
No.
If if anyone wanted to deal with him, they'd have to go through his champions first. And who were his champions exactly?
I don't know who are his champions.
We were.
Who are we now?
Yes.
Well, Flix was. I think you're exempt for right now.
Okay then. I'd still like to meet him.
Yeah.
Let's just take it one problem at a time for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with having a rousing conversation. It's good times.
So, why don't we get to know each other a little better? Why has everyone come here to the plains?
Because I died.
just everybody goes silent.
What a curious question.
Well, I died, so I kind of had no choice.
I mean, we're kind of split
Before you
50-50. I mean, we're okay. I mean, on a base level, we're split 50-50 between either death or essentially self-exile or being killed being the choices.
Death, exile, guile.
That's quite accurate. If we had stayed where we came from, we'd be dead. How we already discussed this. How do you not remember this, Freya?
Oh, just might might just be a slip of the mind, but I'm not recalling. Have I ever told you why I'm here?
No.
Would we remember, Nova? Because I remember, but does
It's
Various
been
remember?
I'd say it's been a while, and considering Various' state of mind at the moment, I would need an intelligence save from you.
A save or a roll?
A save, considering you were trying to remember something in your current state of mind. You seem to vaguely remember that Frius was here pursuing someone or something. Not the exact details, since they tended to be a little bit more on the secretive side.
You came here looking for someone. Or was it something? You were looking for something.
Hmm. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Did I tell you?
A question to Nova. Oh, sorry, Az.
Oh no, I'm already done.
Um, is the book that the like the amulet that Free has pulled out of a book, was it the same book that went missing?
No.
Okay, so we would still have recollection of that then.
Yes. The book that Freya's pulled the necklace out of was the book that they were keeping track of the information of the planes.
Hmm.
Information from Amadeus, the people around them, and the like.
Um. Yeah, you I mean, I know you got all the notes that you've been collecting since we met up and that you've exchanged with Amadeus. I could have sworn you mentioned something besides that, though. Like, it's like, I don't know, earlier research or something.
Yes, research sounds pretty fair, but why here?
You don't know, Frias. You can't recollect anything from since before coming here. Where you're from, what world you came from, none of it. Don't remember anything.
Can
This is
she
good.
look out the window, seeing as how after a certain point you could see out into the whole city?
By this time, you can definitely see as the sort of the walls of the elevator fall away, leaving the glass behind, and you can finally see out into the city proper. There's some smoke here and there. There's definitely some fires going on in a couple buildings. Eh, It definitely seems like a city that's currently at least under some form of siege. From inside. Help me.
How's it looking out there?
As much as a war zone as civilians could cause.
Eventually, the elevator begins to slow, and you hear the telltale ding as the elevator stops and the doors will slowly open. Unlike before, into the sort of waiting area before Glacier's office, where typically no one was waiting for you, it was kind of a nice little homey waiting area, there are at least 6 guards. 2 at the front of the elevator, 2 kind of mulling around the room, especially near the windows, and 2 near the doorway leading into Glacier's office.
Oh, good. Seems as though this wall has something to do with Glacia then.
Hello, gentlemen. We're here to see your boss.
Yeah, head on in. Boss is expecting you.
Oh,
And the 2
great.
near the door leading into the office will open up the door for all of you.
Right.
And inside, very much similar to the room before, there are several guards. Some are standing near the balcony that Glacia sometimes likes to head out to, usually for a smoke or something. 2 near several windows around the office. 2 at the actual doors. And Glacia is sitting at his desk. Seems to be mulling over several papers and folders on his desk. Codicus is nowhere to be seen.
Well, that's always good.
Nice day for a firefight, huh?
Glacia kind of looks up from his papers up to you guys. Is like, yeah, it happens every couple months or so. It's pretty normal here. Couple bigwigs think they're getting a little too big for their britches. Rage of war, try to shoot some people, try to take control. It always happens. It'll either calm down or I'm gonna have to pop some heads off. One of the two.
Yeah. Oh, while they stew over that out there, we're here on some business.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you guys have decided to come up and visit on your own volition. What's the occasion?
We're waiting
Well,
to go to Wonderland.
God damn it.
She said excitedly.
Who are you, Toots?
Oh, of course. Sorry. Allow me to introduce myself. You previously knew me as Flix. I am Luminosa.
Oh, yeah, Xanus told me about what happened with you. Picked a fight with old Moderact. I saw the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'm guessing he kind of adjusts himself in his chair. This ain't exactly a visit of pleasure. I'm guessing it's business, right?
that's right.
What are we here for again?
Well, we figured that all the coin jewels that you got floating around the place here. So you got
This stays
de-
between us, right? What's said here?
I mean, when it comes down to what's currently going on here and, my general secrecy, I'd say yeah.
Good. Sorry, Rose. I wanted to be sure.
No, that's fine. But yeah, basically you have an association of sorts with Earth, right? That's where the more
To an
you're going.
extent. I'd say to an extent. Me and Catherine aren't on the best terms, but we see eye to eye on a couple things. Pay in mind, it's not really Catherine I work with. It's some of the overseers under her work.
Mm-hmm.
Earth is run by a council, more sorts of. Catherine's more the figurehead kind of deal. I mean, yeah, she's the Lord of Earth, but she ain't looking over every single mine that they got running,
Yeah. Well, anyways, besides what Luminos was mentioning previously, we're most likely investigating the troubles that Earth has. Once we get to that, then we figured that maybe, considering your business relations, maybe you had an ear to the ground about what's going on over there, any strange happenings or troubles.
I have been hearing about some things, yeah. Though most of them have been mind troubles. I mean, the obvious wild magic going on, but most of it's just been they've been having some trouble accessing some of their minds. A lot of cave-ins, a lot of weird ones opening up that no one's really come out of. That's mostly about it, but no one's really looked into it. Everyone just kind of chalks it up to Earth being, Earth.
Would a
No.
cave really hurt one of their kind? They're made of earth. Earth falling on them, wouldn't that be like wind?
Pardon?
Well, you said that there are cave-ins happening in Earth, yes?
Yeah.
And they're made of Earth.
I know it's a little difficult to explain, but cave-ins is more of a thing of when a tunnel collapses, cutting it off, kind of thing. That's a cave-in, aka the roof falling in on itself.
I come from an underground society. I'm well aware what a cave-in is, but I'm asking for this people who work in these caves to mine out the obviously expensive ores or gems. If a cave collapses and the earth elementals, shouldn't they just be able to, I don't know,
Brush it off.
walk out of it? Walk it off, so to speak?
That's assuming that some of those workers are Earth primordials. Not all of them are.
Ah,
That sounds
Surprisingly, there's actually quite a lot of outsiders that make their homes on Earth. Some that have arrangements with, places on the outside that trade and whatnot. So it's not too uncommon to see, say, a couple of miners from another world coming in to gather resources to bring them back home. Pretty common, actually.
that does make quite a bit of sense.
Yeah, we
What's
were previously too in the Earth section of Foundry, and they were talking about their resources being more constrained than usual.
Yeah, that's from the cave-ins lately. But like I said, there's also been strange openings to certain mines that either no one's ever seen before or they try going in but no one ever comes back out of.
You
We've
strange
experienced
openings.
something like that.
Oh.
Has there been any recon, any word about these openings? Anything that's been noticed even around them that's unusual?
Nothing really. I mean, outside of things opening where they shouldn't have been opening, I think one of them literally opened inside of a bar's floor and just kind of sucked people in. At least that's what I've been
Huh.
hearing.
well, that sounds frightfully terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty frightening. I mean, I thought having the damn false Hydra going around eating people was crazy, but literal holes opening in the ground underneath establishments? No thank you.
That's very
Do,
bad business, one would say.
do you know if there's been any issues, any strange occurrences with time?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Not time, at least.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
If you ask.
But I will say that we've been having some trouble getting the sapphires that we need for our blue chips because of all this. It's kind of put a bit of a constraint and a little bit of inflation on our society as a result, and that's kind of what's going on with the firefight downstairs.
If that is a contributing factor, then I would wager that this fighting that you typically have, it's probably going to be more prolonged the longer this goes on.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna be having to pop a couple heads off here soon. As far as to say.
Got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we look into this, how much of a target is that going to put on our backs?
Depending on who you're thinking you're a target of. Why is someone after you folks? Aside from, the obvious. Then
I
again, they hate everyone here.
well,
Oh,
to be perfectly honest, you sort of put us on a pedestal as far as the media is concerned.
You can see Glacy kind of open his hands up and kind of has that look of like, I mean, can you blame me? I didn't name ya, at least.
But are there any enemies of yours that operate in water or operate in other planes then that were they to get a whiff of our identities would think that we would be targets of interest?
Glacia has that very 1,000-yard stare at you, Rose. You are aware that the entirety of water is basically several different gangs running each other, right? There's a reason I didn't give you names. I just said that a bunch of folks, mostly outsiders, helped us with the false Hydra problem.
Yeah, but
Didn't give
somebody
names.
recognized us in the Foundry.
Really now? Do you remember who they were?
I can't. I s- mm.
Oh gosh, that was too long ago. I can't either.
Things are going well.
Um,
Because
man,
if so, if you can pinpoint this individual,
We're
there's
gonna be
almost a.
sleeping with the fishes.
Was
Okay.
that icy?
No.
Okay, if I'd say, yeah, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Oh.
I don't
Because he definitely
remember.
has that tone and look on his face of like a case of like, who was it? They'll be dealt
It's
with.
it's been a long day.
Hmm. Which is
Do
weird
you,
because it's still technically morning. What all have you been up to?
do you have a bathroom?
Not on this floor. No.
Oh,
If you want to take the stairs a floor down, it's where we keep a few of our outsider contacts and meetings. There might be one down there.
okay. I'm going to go for a minute.
All right. Just take a right at the elevators on the way out from my office. You'll find the stairs. Just head down one floor and pretty easy to find. Should be labeled.
All right.
Would you like at least company to be around or follow you?
No, I'm okay.
The last time you left alone, you ran off. I think someone should follow you, Various.
I'm fine.
Mm.
Why don't you this time, since you're so worried?
What a wonderful idea. Yes, I will follow Various.
Oh,
Marius is just gonna start padding.
Oh, just gonna start trudging out.
Yeah.
Which leaves Rose, Frias, and Luminosa in Glacia's office.
I'm gonna say no. That's not gonna work. We don't know any book. We can't ask Lacey about that.
What book?
Exactly.
So, how'd it go?
Oh, Rose is kind of lost her train of thought seeing Tiberius and Varius head out, and is looking over to Frias and Luminosa.
Well,
Um,
since you lot are here, and since I can tell that he looks at Luminosa, you lot have thrown your chips in with a certain couple of individuals. Do you mind taking something to them for me? Since I can't leave this building yet.
Okay. Sure. What do you need?
I have a question before that.
Sure.
You wouldn't have it to happen another stone that we could contact you with?
Oh yeah, my pet ate the last one, didn't it? Oh, that's probably gonna be stuck in there for a couple centuries.
Stuck where?
Where do you think?
Most creatures have a digestive tract, Various.
You're not there.
Yeah, you're following various.
Right. We've left already.
She was trying to basically ascertain, was it magic that took out that entire area or a digestive tract?
But Glacia looks at Freya. It's like, my pet's a leviathan, flesh and blood. That thing's being digested.
Yeah, I just figured if we had one of those, we wouldn't have to bother you in such a manner.
Pay in mind, it only works when you're here in water.
Hmm. Okay, that's also good to know. And we will not be
Yeah.
needing a replacement.
Oh yeah, I could probably get you one once Cod comes back. I'll have that delivered to your place, but right now I don't have any immediately on me. But you'll see him kind of pull one of his drawers back in his desk, kind of like, and he'll take out what seems to be a case. It's about the length of, I'd say, a keyboard, and about
Mhm.
twice as thick. And he'll set it onto the desk. I need you to take this to Astro specifically. Can you do that for me?
Is there any risk of this blowing up, going off, or any of the above that could harm us if something happened to it?
Nah, this was more of something that they commissioned me to make for them. It's already been paid in full.
All right, then. She'll take it and put it in her bag.
Okay. It's not super heavy. It's actually surprisingly light, but you can hear things that sound like sticks clinking around inside of it.
Box for Azdroff?
Astrov, yes.
Okay.
You were
There.
saying as well earlier that you associate with the community of Catherine's with. Is there anyone in particular that we should seek out there once we make our way?
The only one that I'm aware of, one of the overseers that's having the most trouble right now, is the one in charge of the iron mines and the gemstone mines. You may want to seek them out. They're having the most trouble, since they tend to have their mines much deeper down in Earth.
Do you have a name?
Yes, I do. You're going to want to find Clint, as well as Flint, and Boomstick. And yes, they're brothers.
Perfect timing.
Putting their names. Their names are in OOC for you guys to make note of.
Mm-hmm.
Clint.
And what you know is that they're the owners of the iron and gemstone mines.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, their names are literally puns on each other.
What? No redstone?
No. But
right.
if you're in Earth, look them up. Tell them Glacia sent you.
Right.
And I'd recommend, in fact, this is actually kind of a good thing, Miss Luminosa, that you're not Flux no more. Boomstick hates Faye.
Oh.
He's
My.
the owner of the iron mines for a reason.
Oh my.
Oh
So,
yeah, that
just be
that
careful
tracks.
around him.
I will I will just yes. Quite.
Just be careful around him. He's got kind of a fuse.
I saw what you did there.
Glacia kind of has that smile on his face. It's like, it's both intentional and true.
Oh.
Yeah.
An actual physical fuse? Can we light it?
It's more of an emotional fuse.
Oh.
Luminosa probably can light it.
Never know. You'll see it when you eventually, if you decide to finally meet them, but yeah. But we'll turn the camera to the floor downstairs to Various and Tibbs. Funny enough, Various, the water here is actually surprisingly almost lukewarm. It's not super cold, it's not super hot. It does smell like salt water, which is no surprise.
His nose wrinkles a little bit at the smell, but
Mhm.
he's just quietly washing his hands and then taking out the locket and starting to wash that off.
Mhm. A locket you still haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a random 1d2 real quick?
I thought we had an agreement, Burrows.
What sort of agreement?
Well, you
Okay.
wouldn't go off and get yourself killed.
The
It
locket gets
wasn't
cleaned
the
off
in-
easy enough.
That wasn't my intention.
Ah, could have fooled me.
This time.
What did you do you have something to say? Do you want to yell at me?
No, it seems as though you're doing quite a bit of that yourself internally. I'm just here to remind you that you're not supposed to die.
So
But the next time you decide to run off and go and face some kind of, I don't know, hair-raising adventure that might get you killed, at least have the wherewithal to tell one of us so that we may go and make sure that your tail gets pulled out of the proverbial fire.
well, maybe you should talk to the one who's supposedly doing these dreams.
I plan on doing that when I have a bit of time to do so. At the moment, that is not an option. But you seem to think as though I have some kind of power over something that has been alive longer than either of us can imagine.
Why do you even care sometimes?
If it's not obvious to you by now, then perhaps I suggest you actually take up that idea of talking about your problems before taking it out on others.
Let's just go upstairs and I just wanted to get the blood off.
Lead the way.
And he's gonna slowly just trudge back.
Mhm. You guys are able to head back up the stairs, back to the office where Rose, Luminosa, and Frias are talking to Glacia still. And you all see the Buns walk back in. Various looking exceptionally more cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. You feeling any better, Various?
Sure. Let's. What else do we need to do here? Or are we
I
still
th-
talking?
Well, Glacia wants us to deliver something to Astrov.
Yeah, and we got some, at least a possible point of contact when we go to Earth.
Good.
So, unless the rest of you had some other business to bring up, then we might be done here.
Tiberius went to the casino. We're here with Glacia. I believe that is everything.
Oh,
Oh,
Glacia looks up to you before you leave. Couldn't help but notice those new bracelets you like at. Where'd you get them?
Mall.
it's
The mall.
The mall.
God damn it.
Reyes has sleeves.
I'm sure you can understand the need for discretion.
Oh, I can. And I know where they come from.
The mall.
I think we should all go.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should also keep those more hidden, don't you think? Kind of gives you that look of that kind of like raised brow look. So if I can see him, someone who would take great offense or even feel betrayed might see them and act accordingly.
Who could feel betrayed? We don't know anybody other than Leonard.
Oh,
Let's-
you know a couple people.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Wait, no.
let's.
I'd actually like an answer for this, just so we know, so we don't make somebody feel betrayed.
I think we don't want to find out.
Glacia will look at you, Luminosa. It's like, you know him personally. It's the one that killed you.
Well, he can't feel betrayed if we were never friends with him in the first place.
It's not you. It's someone else. It's the one that gave him to you.
Well, maybe if he did his job, we wouldn't have to help the one that gave him to us. Now, would we?
Luminosa, we
Bang
don't.
up job, though.
I'm just saying, keep him more hidden.
Thank you, Glacia. We
Because it's
appreciate
not just him that you got to worry about. What happens if someone, say, from the guild gets a hold of one of those?
that. Actually, makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Glacia. That we will be more.
Be more careful. That's a
Not
big
careful.
responsibility.
What's the word I'm thinking of? Not careful. Discreet. We'll be more discreet in the future.
Thank you. Because that is something very important that you've been given.
Yes,
Take good care of them.
we will.
Good.
Very much so. We're going to take care of the guild as well.
That'd be a blessing. But if you
Sir,
like, I can have some of my people lead you out.
thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Will
Right.
anybody be after us if they see us with this case?
That's why I'm sending a couple of my folks with you.
Oh,
You are the most generous host, Glacia.
I try to be. Don't tell anyone I've done this, though. I have an image to keep.
Of course.
But he
We
kind of
wouldn't
motions to two of his guards.
want that beautiful reputation.
just shoots one of us for image sake.
No, but he kind of motions to the two guards that are kind of standing near the windows, like, can you escort these folks out to the portal? To the personal portal?
Thank you, sir. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah. So the two guards kind of head over, kind of motion for you guys to follow before heading out of the office. If you choose to follow.
Yep.
Yep.
And funny enough, they actually don't take you to the main elevator. In fact, they seem to veer off to the left a little bit, and what looks to be a bookcase. Said bookcase is pulled out like a door.
Portal, yes.
The boss usually tends to use something like this if he has to kind of, escape if needed. But behind it is a elevator.
Ooh.
And it's more of a service elevator kind of deal. It's a much larger, but it's meant to go fast.
Mhm.
But it'll open up, kind of roomy inside enough for all of you plus the guards to get in. And as
Now
you guys go ahead.
Now remember, everyone, we saw nothing of this.
We saw what now?
Here.
And as the doors close and you guys begin to roll down toward an unknown floor, do you want to take your break now?
Yeah, that's a good time.
Go ahead and take a 15-minute break. We'll come back at the 6:10 mark.